I love telling these stories about success stories. And this is another one over in Willowick that we purchased um, last year in December. That's why I'm showing it, is because a year ago, December. And you can see here, there's my name. I did purchase it. So for the client, not me personally, but for my client. And I wanted to go over the numbers with you. So we picked this one up for 85,000, and we had about, I think, 6 or 7 thousand in repairs in it. It comes to about 92,000. Okay, so this was a one that had been on the market for 77 days. The client loved it, and we wanted to buy the house. They agreed, and we set all the numbers up, and they loved it. So we rented it in really in February, but it was such a good tenant. It was a 30-day wait for the move in, so which they're still there today, and we rented it for $1,250 a month. And you can see there that Joseph Manning actually did that, but it is listed by us. And it was a great professional tenant that we really liked, and the credit was good, and it was just a good, great tenant. So we decided to go with them at $1,250 a month. Now on the numbers with the taxes, insurance, and property management, they're netting right around $924 a month after that. So over the last months that they've had it rented, they've netted about $8,316. That is awesome. And I called the property management, and they told me that it only been a couple $100 in some there's a raccoon or something they got in the house was taken care of. But other than that, there really hasn't been any other repairs. So basically, they've gotten over $8,000 in net income on that this year. Plus, if you look at the equity situation, these properties are going for about $125,000. I'm sure we need a little work, but again, you can see that with the purchase, of the 85,000 plus the 7,000, 92,000, they're still sitting there with a pretty healthy equity position, which is really important when you're looking at these kind of properties. Is you got to have equity. If you don't have equity, there's really no use of having them, because I bump into a lot of investors that don't have equity and they're losing money on their properties. That isn't the case with us. In fact, this particular client, we just sold a property. It's going to close this end of this month, and he's going to be making about $15,000 on the property. So it's an awesome property. The equity's real equity. It's not fake equity, and it was actually in Willowick too. So it was a great buy. So let's look at the before pictures of this property. It was a pretty dated property, but it was a nice property in Willowick. You can see there they'd done some cement work. These are the things we look at. They had newer windows in there, one car garage. It was just a nice house, a little bit smaller kitchen, but again, very functional. Big living room, just had some wallpaper and stuff like that on there. We just didn't like, but if you look at the wood, it's immaculate condition. This was an estate sale, so unfortunately, the lady did pass away that owned it. And here's a wallpaper. We had to get all that taken off, and overall condition of the house was excellent. It just needed some work on it, and that was it. Let me show you some. So as you can see, it was dated, and there you go. So we're going to look at what we did afterwards. So this property, after we were done, of course, we didn't have to do much on the outside, and you can see there's some snow. We put some new flooring in the kitchen, refinished the kitchen cabinets. You can see there that's the stuff that was needed to be done in the house. It's always posted at the house so the contractors know they painted it an awesome color. Again, new blinds, plugs, switches, lights, just your basic stuff that, we needed to do in order to make this house presentable and get the top rents for it. And you can see it came out just absolutely gorgeous in this house. Now we left the carpet in there. Most time we don't do that, but that was new carpet, and we left it. And that room, look how big that room is. It's huge. These colonials have big upstairs rooms. The basement, we got, as you can see, we dry locked that. It had a newer Whirlpool heater, and the water heater was, I think it was like 6 years old, so we left it. But again, you can see we dressed it up, put carpet down there, and just made it a finished area. So this property is like all properties. We just go through them. We make sure they're good. We get a good deal on them. We get them leased, and we fix them up the right way. So, if you're looking for any kind of real estate and you want to be successful in this, you've got to have the professionals around you that knows what they're doing. And I've personally been doing this since 1985, and I look for AB properties in AB areas so that you're number one, you're going to get a good quality tenant, and you're going to get a good equity position. So I'm Brett. I'm with Real Brokerage. My number is 216-703-5740. 216-703-5740. Give me a call and let me see what I can do. Thanks.